not tripping over the same thing and doing the homework.
Yeah.
If I relate it to Lee, so if I'm like I'm stuck and you know, I can't do it, which is the reality.
Well, wait a minute, is that reality?
It occurs like my reality.
That's much better said.
It occurs like my reality, like this is, you know, all my stuff in my life is occurring, like it's
Yeah,
having a breakthrough.
Everybody, whenever you have a lot going on, it occurs like I can't do it or I don't want to do it, right?
Or
Yeah, but
it's occurring to me like same shit, different day, to be honest. So
I think we've all heard that one before.
So, and just to not waste any time. And so, for me to have a breakthrough, I almost have to pretend it's not happening. And that gives me the courage to be in the new possibility. Because the new possibility seems like a little out there for me.
Here's the thing. No, you're great.
Okay.
Here's the thing. You don't have to pretend it's not happening. Because what's the it that you say you're pretending is not happening?
For me, it's I can't do something.
Okay,
My
good.
conversation is I can't do it. It's
Okay,
like
good.
I'm
So
not-
that's, okay. You don't have to pretend that's not happening. Because it's actually not happening out here.
According to who?
Well, show me I can't.
I can't read.
No, you show me that I can't.
Show me meaning the tangible thing. So,
That's what we're talking about.
there are things that I can't do that I am breaking through in because there's another way to do it. But I just am inquiring, is it just the language or?
No,
am I
you're doing
saying-
good. Just stay right here with me. Stay
Okay.
right here with me. The conversation I can't, or like I don't want to leave, or anything in that world. I'm tired.
Overwhelmed.
I'm overwhelmed. Right? Everybody got something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Show that to me. Where's that happening?
That's how it's occurring, or that's how that's the box I backed myself into sometimes.
Nope. So stay right here. I actually want you to answer my question. Show me where that's happening.
I can't show you,
Right. Okay, so then where is it happening?
in my head.
Okay. We got one applauder. Fantastic.
Right?
Okay, so it's happening internally.
So then where's reality?
Yeah, you tell me.
That's a great question.
That's a fantastic question.
That's the one I'm kinda asking, it's like, am I nuts or am I just leaping
No, you tell me, where is it?
where I say it is?
Wouldn't that be cool?
That's
Not quite.
what I'm creating.
Oh, but where is it really?
In my circumstances? Reality is where my power is.
Just kind of look out here for a second. Kind of just be out here.
Out where?
That's it, right there.
So right here, right now. Is reality.
Well, is this chair reality?
Yeah.
Okay, what else? I mean, where, you answer your question. Where's reality? What's reality?
Is me living into the possibility of my word. If I'm designing my own life.
That would be a creation.
Right?
And what?
And
Okay, good. Yep.
so
So if we're dealing with reality,
reality.
Right. no, if we're dealing with reality, what are we dealing with? Good. She said, what's so? So, what's out here?
Is what it
Okay.
is.
Yeah. What's actually happening? Right here, right now. And then right here, right now, like Scott. Right here, right now.
Right. It's where I know, I get it, so if this is reality, this is the only place I have power to make a difference in the next step.
Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, this is the only, standing here, is the only place I have that's real, authentic, and happening. And from here, I can make a difference. I can make the difference I want.
How can you make that difference thinking about it?
No,
Because that's not out here. That's the
that's
distinction.
the filter or something.
It's a whole different world.
It's just brain patterns.
Right, it says standing in here feels powerful.
Out here is where life happens, baby. This is where you get stuff done. Out here is that peace of mind, Seema. Out here is that freedom. Out here is actually, yeah, it's just where life happens.
So it's where the real action can take place, which is my version of what my new thing would be for reality is. Reality is where the power is. Because to me, reality seems
You don't,
to be
okay,
the
so you want to
difference.
watch, not just you, but everybody, you always want to watch when you take a discovery and then you try to reduce it down to some resolution or pretty blue bow or latitude.
You don't,
You
have to,
lose something.
you don't have to conclude anything about it.
Yeah.
All you want to get is that life is happening out here.
I'm afraid I'll lose it if I don't put a bow on it.
I guarantee you lose it when you do though. That's the thing is, because then it just turns into knowledge. Knowledge is,
Actually, then it just goes back into the kind of brain.
yeah, really great.
I think I got it.
Yeah.
So my conclusion or my
No.
new stand,
No.
Just,
my new
hold on.
you.
Hold on. Let me just look.
So whatever you're going to say, you don't want to have it come from here. Okay, so it's not going to come from what's going on with you internally. Rather, look out here and see if there's anything that needs to be said. Or anything that's being called to be said.
That in being right here, right now, is where the enrollment is, and that's the power. Because now I feel connected, and I haven't felt connected to this group at all. And from here, I can do anything.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, let's do this. Turn to your partner and share with them for about 50, just like 30 seconds each what you're getting out of this conversation. Okay? Okay, switch if you haven't switched.
I work retail.
Okay, acknowledge your partner. So what's present? Joanna, what's present? Okay, don't worry about that. What's that? Roya, what's present?
So what's present?
Just go to the mic because, you know what, yeah, it is, we need to mic it, so people can over here can hear.
So what's present is that, I had to miss last week. I had to miss last week and I called and let everyone know, and so somehow it wasn't recreated, so what I'm present to, it's kind of confusion because what I got was that, okay, we have a breakdown because somehow we're not doing the assignments. And what I got from what you said was that, so, okay, we have to look at it, but then but you don't have to carry it with us. What are we gonna do going forward?
Yeah.
So that's what I got, but I'm not sure if that's what we're talking about right now because partnerships to me, it occurs all the time when we're doing something, anything with anyone. We communicate.
So, let's not change the subject into that just yet because I have some things to say about what you said.
So what I heard from you was that, okay, look at this breakdown that we're not gonna get what we wanted to from the seminar if you just look at it in the 3 hour a week that we're here.
Yep.
So we see that and then but we don't carry it, like, okay, we see it, what do we have to do different?
Yep. Well, there's.
So going forward, we have to take what we learned here or the assignment to our everyday work and, everyday life.
Yeah.
Give
Well,
it
I mean,
priority.
it's kind of funny. So a couple things I want to say. One is, this is your life. Like, you're not, your life's not on vacation somewhere while you're here. This is part of your life, right? You're here, this is the real you, this is your life. 3 hours of your week looks like you're here. And that's your real life.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny when I hear people kind of try to dissect their life into my landmark life and my not landmark life, with my work life. It's like, it's all one life, you're there.
Yes,
You're here right now.
Very true, you're right.
Okay, and then the thing about carrying it with you, there is no point in carrying the past with you.
Right.
And to pretend that the past, to pretend that you did the assignment when you didn't, would be carrying the past with you.
Right.
So we deal in reality here.
Right.
This conversation
So
has been
own
about
up-
reality.
Yeah, okay, so now I know. So we own up to the fact that the reality is, right now, I didn't do my assignment, but then something has to change, and then that's it, right? That's where we are right now, are we?
There's probably a lot of different where we are right now happening.
Right.
But it could be where you are right now.
Yeah, so where I am right now actually is that you're absolutely right. Somehow, before this seminar, Landmark and out there was separate, but somehow now I can connect and I can use it.
Yeah.
What I'm getting here, and like and it makes a lot of difference when I do that.
Yeah,
When I don't separate it, it's, so I don't say, oh, I gotta do my landmark assignment, so I have to do this, this and that. I just look at it, and then when I am interacting at work, at anywhere, it just comes up, the opportunity comes up to do my assignment.
it's kind of how life works. Yeah, very good. This is an interruption. What you experienced was an interruption. And it was, you know, not like we pre-planned it, but what there was to do was interrupt. Because the way we were headed wasn't getting us where we're committed to going. And so if you look at the intentions, it says to leave you naturally able to generate and express love, partnership, and romance. It doesn't mean to do that 3 hours on Thursdays. It means all over your life, all the time, you will be naturally able to generate and express love, partnership, and romance. That's the point. So really great. It's really great that you got that your whole life is one life.
Yes, and you know, so what I have one thing, it's like, because we don't live just with ourselves, I can't create a possibility to enroll someone else in that possibility. I know we have to inspire and this and that, but if it doesn't work, that possibility, then some other possibility might come up. So I can't commit to a assignment here and then expect myself to do it out there, because it might change with whoever I'm dealing with.
I don't know. Are you saying that, what do you, I missed it, I think.
So what, okay, so.
Let me say it back to you and see if I got what you said. Are you saying that it would be impossible to commit to the assignment because you don't know what's going to happen in your life between now and next session?
No, I can,
Okay.
no,
Curious.
I can commit to carry this naturally in my life, whatever I'm getting here,
Yep.
but I can't have it in a box, for example,
I
that
gotcha now. Gotcha. So you're saying you can't say,
Because
I'll do
my-
the assignment at 2 o'clock on Wednesday morning, or
No, what
Wednesday
I'm
evening.
saying is that
Okay.
because I don't know, it's, what the person who I want to choose as a partner, I'm not talking about love or romance. They have a being of their own, right?
Okay, hold on one second. So, look out here. Okay. So what's happening out here?
People are falling asleep. Yeah.
So hold on. So you're falling asleep. What else is happening out here? Yep, John.
Think about my situation, not listening to
Okay, not listening, thinking about his own stuff. Patty,
I'm actually understanding what she's saying.
Patty's
Really
understanding.
paying attention. That's
Bonnie.
confusing.
Confusing. Okay, good. So Gloria, stay out here with me, okay? So remember Ryan said this is your life? This is your life. Don't say anything, because that'll just be automatic. See, what you really want to get is this is your life. You got somebody who's really understanding you. You got somebody who's confused. You got somebody that's not listening to you at all. And you got somebody that's thinking about it himself.
It's exactly what I'm saying.
It's exactly your life.
It's like, because everything is a response, my response to what's happening right now, because I don't have any control over what's happening here, so my response is going to be different. The possibility that's going to be created is going to be different. My partner might change, right? No?
So your response is going to be different based upon what's happening out here.
Yes.
So if you take on a way of being in your life, so you take on a particular way of being. Well, I'm just looking.
Yeah, Roya, what's a particular way of being you've taken on?
Good.
Oh, I see. So then I'm just responding, I'm not creating, I'm not
No,
authoring my life.
but hold on, y'all are interesting. He asked you a question. Did you hear it?
He asked me what kind of life I'm creating.
No. And this is not just Roya, okay? So y'all aren't all.
How many people could say the question I asked? How many people could not? This is your seminar, right?
This is not your, this is your seminar. This is your seminar. And it's your life. And you wonder why you keep doing the same things you've always done and keep producing the same results. You wonder. And then you get upset, and then you quit things, and end relationships. So, Roy, he asked you, what's one way of being you've taken on in life?
I thought I've said that.
Not since I asked.
Okay. I thought I answered your question that my being is just being responsive.
No, that's not, okay, so here's what I mean.
I'm right here, okay?
What's a possibility you've invented for your life?
Okay, so, again, Tony Joe's sneakers aren't going to have the possibility, okay? The floor is not going to have the possibility,
Right.
okay? So there's actual people out here. So just be with the people and answer the question.
I've forgotten what was the possibility I invented for myself. For seminar, you mean? For my life, okay. So the possibility I've invented is to actually be present and live in the now.
Excellent!
It's funny that, you know, what everything that's not that possibility is going to show up first.
Very good. So, Roya,
Yes.
I'm gonna, let's see. Let's just see. Let's have you sit back down. Hang on, before you go. Be present and out here. Okay? Awesome.
Great,
Let's
right?
acknowledge Roya. Okay. So we're now going to deepen our work of designing partnerships constituted by possibility. You know, for the most part, when people get into a business partnership, they do the necessary design work. That means there are contracts, you work out accountabilities, everything's spelled out, resources are allocated. But in other areas of our lives, we get into partnerships and we don't think about doing any work to design them. Now, we probably have goals or goals we're going to work on, but the goals are usually created where? The goal exists like a what? Oh, Dana, that was really good. Where?
Just like a thought of something in your mind.
Some really good thought in your mind. Or like someday maybe, right? We're going to get there somewhere. We're going to get somewhere someday. You just wait. Someday, we'll have a particular future. There we go. Someday. So you're working toward a someday goal. So you have, you know, you have some mutually aligned on goals maybe, and you're working toward, okay, well, one day we'll have that inspirational aliveness, one day we'll have that power, one day, that someday experience. Who knows the someday experience I'm talking about? Okay, what's that? What is that experience? What is that experience? Rob?
Gets put on the back burner until I forget about it.
Back burner, so you forget about it. What's that experience? Someday, maybe. Who is this? Alan.
Avoidance.
Yeah, avoidance. Fariba.
Never getting to it.
You never get there. Locke says maybe. Ross?
No action.
No action?
Just sitting around waiting for it to happen.
Oh yeah, maybe one day, we'll see. Rob, one more time?
No action, you're waiting for it to happen, but you're not doing anything.
Just waiting, but not doing anything. Kathy?
It doesn't seem attainable.
It seems unattainable, yeah. So, we'll call that constrained. Yes? So working toward a someday goal, trying to get somewhere someday, leaves you constrained. Someday is the enemy of relationships. Someday is the enemy of relationships. You know, so I don't have any tattoos. And I've thought about getting a tattoo in the past, and I think there are so few things in life that are like so permanent, so timeless, so worth tattooing on my body. But someday, as the enemy of relationships, could be one. That could be one thing. It's like, that will always be true. Or at least that will always be so.
If you could have someday tattooed.
Yeah. Like this. If you invent a possibility and you create commitments and goals from a possibility, you get to live from that possibility when? Now, that's right. Nope. Come on. There we go. We did it. Now. So if you start with a possibility, the inspiration of aliveness is there now. The commitments fall out of those possibilities. And then from those commitments, you can create some mutually aligned on goals together. So you are working inside the partnership, touched, moved, and inspired by the possibility you created. You know, we think partnership is a good idea, and that inspiration and aliveness is like just seductive. But we don't follow through to do the work. Designing a partnership from possibility takes real work. It takes work to design it, and then to manage what you've designed with integrity over time. So if I wanted to be clear about the possibility my partnership and the breakthrough results available, I would then want to be clear about what inside the partnership we aligned on, such as the commitments and goals. Right? Yes?
I was just going to ask, what are some
Can you
examples-
stand and shout?
What are some examples of commitments?
Great question. I'm actually going to get to it in a second.
Yeah.
So just stay tuned, stay tuned. So while designing your partnership, if you get constrained, no, let me back up actually. So if I want to be clear, actually I'm going to answer your question in a different way. So stand up. Totally stop, start, change. Stop, change, start. Take your mic, would you mind?
Yeah.
Thanks. And you want to be doing, those of you still seated, you want to be doing the work from your seat, okay? Do the looking. So what's the possibility that you invented? What's the partnership and the possibility?
Well, it's with the girl that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with.
Okay.
She's still, I haven't met her yet,
Okay.
so I'm working on that. That's why I'm like, I need some examples.
Gotcha.
So,
So let's just.
So have you created a possibility?
believe I have. I mean, open communication. I can't think of it right now.
Yeah.
I know it's there, but it's.
So right now, whatever you invent for this would, for the partnership would be conceptual. Now,
Yeah.
there is definitely,
Yeah,
worthwhile doing to look at inventing a possibility for finding the person you want, finding this person, right? But that's not the work we're doing on partnerships.
That's okay. So glad you were here about that.
Yeah, because that would be, it's just a concept right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so perfect.
This is called dealing with reality.
Oh, I was waiting now.
Yeah. All right, good. Let's acknowledge that. Did everybody get that?
Yeah.
Okay. So the commitments and goals are inside of the possibility. Commitments and goals are inside the possibility. So that when you're taking action to realize them, you're turned on, you're alive, you're present to the possibility. And when you're designing your partnership, if you get constrained with what you're creating, then you're not designing it from possibility. What do you think you're designing it from? What's the source of constraint? In fact, it's on that board if you want to cheat. Alex said it, the past. Right, constraints the past imposes. Yep, so if you get constrained while designing a partnership, you're not designing it for possibility. We're really committed to talking to you tonight.
Can you repeat what you said about, you said designing partnership from something possibility take work and a commitment to stay in integrity?
Yeah, it takes work to design it, it takes work to manage it, and then to manage what you design with integrity over time. Yeah, and I could actually just shortcut all your notes by saying everything will take integrity over time.
Hello?
Everything you're committed to. Okay, so the real purpose of the design work is to create something that gives you aliveness. Look, if you need to go out that way, that would be maybe helpful. Okay. Do you need to go out and take a call, or? Okay. If they call again, though, would you go out to the hallway? Okay. It's okay, it's fine. All right, thanks. All right, so in your notebook, look at the partnership you've designed for possibility. So let's hear some of those possibilities. A shout out possibilities. Adventure. If you need a notebook, raise your hand. If you need a pen, if you need a notebook or a pen, raise your hand. Okay. Brandon. Oh, you need a notebook? I guess I should have done like that. Raise your hand for this and also for that. Just kidding. I'm waiting. It's my training. Okay. That's the love. To love and be loved. Beautiful. Lariva.
Mindfulness and compassion.
Mindfulness and compassion. Alan.
Possibility of authenticity and being 100% accountable and responsible.
Okay, the possibility of authenticity and being 100% accountable and responsible in my marriage. I can't tag that far. It's Krista, yeah. Creativity. Lee.
You guys said that love was acceptance, and that's what I like.
Yeah, very cool. So acceptance, possibility of acceptance. Beautiful. Bonnie.
Being fulfilled and expanded by one another.
Being fulfilled and expanded by one another. Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to pass out a handout now to facilitate your creation of partnerships. So you can write down the name of the person you're creating a partnership with. Actually, I'll wait till you have the handout. Sorry. And we're right about to get into where commitments get spelled out, okay? All right, so you can write down the name of the person you're creating a partnership with and the possibility of that partnership. So I could put a partnership with John. The possibility of the partnership is, let's say, abundance and security. Let's expand that. That's not my taste. Let's do the possibility of joy, freedom, and abundance. That could be the possibility of that partnership. The commitments that constitute that possibility. Now, commitments are like a direction. And then goals are fixed in time. So for example, if you're designing a partnership with a friend or spouse, it could be lifelong well-being. That could be a possibility. And the commitments that could constitute that would be exercising regularly and eating healthy. And then the goals could be, I have a goal to lose 10 pounds by September, or I have a goal to eat 60% raw food now until the end of the year. Or I have a goal like that. So a goal has a time to it. It's measurable and it's in time. A commitment is a direction. Commitments are ongoing.
Could you give a couple of examples of commitments?
Sure. So you might, well actually, why don't you give a couple examples of commitments? So what do you think?
Being authentic.
Commitment to be authentic? So like commitment to be authentic with each other? Or commitment to restore integrity when it's out? Yeah. That would be an example. It doesn't have a specific measurable result in time, but it does have an ongoing commitment, yeah?
And this one partnership with self.
No. That was the answer, and the answer is no.
You can have conversations with yourself.
Yeah.
You can have conversations with yourself.
Can you see
But
that?
again, life is happening out here, and partnerships happen in life. And those conversations you're having with yourself aren't working out.
Yeah.
So what did you mean when you said, like, try to instill lifelong well-being for yourself?
So that's an example of a commitment. So if you had that's an example of a possibility. Lifelong well-being, yeah? It's a possibility. For all the parties in the partnership, for you and the other person, or it could be you, the other person, and the kids you have together, or you, the other person, and the employees you have, or you, the other person, and the
Neighbors.
customers who you sell houses to, like that. Make sense? So speculate on what commitments would inspire you. What are some commitments you're creating? Harish, I'm gonna have you up again after we're done with this section, so you will have the opportunity to deepen the work you did. So really, what are some commitments you've invented? Lucy?
Being
commitment to be intentional, great. John?
Success and excellence.
So success and excellence are more on the order of possibilities, right? A commitment to success, a commitment to excellence. Say more about it, maybe.
Well, it's a construction company,
Uh-huh.
so the product, the quality of the product would be excellence and service.
Gotcha, the quality of the product is excellent.
Yeah.
That's a commitment.
Yeah.
That's very clear.
And great success would be abundance with the company and making money.
Sure, financially successful, profitable within X years. Actually, profitable within X years would be a goal. Profitable would be a commitment.
Yeah, profitable, yeah, would be the commitment.
Yep.
So success would, I see where that could be a possibility.
Yeah,
Profitable would be the commitment.
yep. Very good. Anyone else? Rob?
Adventure through travel and exploration.
So what's the possibility?
Play and connection.
Play and connection's the possibility. What's the commitment?
Adventure through travel and exploration. Words.
Adventure, travel, exploration. Very cool. Who is this partnership with?
It's with my girlfriend.
Very cool. Awesome. He said with his girlfriend. Okay. So, select one or two of those commitments that inspire you, and then work on the goals. Remember, commitments are ongoing. They're a direction. Goals are fixed in time. They're specific and measurable. Think about some goals that would forward those commitments. So if your commitment is to eat healthy food and exercise regularly, you could have a goal to lose 10 pounds by September, or to go to the gym twice a week from now until the end of the year. Look at your commitments and speculate on what goals could ensure their fulfillment. So in John's case, he said the company has a commitment to be profitable. So you're going to want to look at goals that ensure that commitment's fulfillment. Roya?
So, I mean, losing weight
Yep.
as a possibility in a partnership, like you and the person want to
Yeah.
lose weight? I see.
Could be.
Okay, so there has to be someone else involved.
For a partnership, there has to be someone else
Right,
involved.
okay, so, okay.
Yep. In life, there are other people. In life, that's what's there. Full of them.
It's not saying you can't create that for yourself, but right now this conversation is about partnership.
Yeah, Sam.
What if that person doesn't wanna communicate with you and create partnership?
Well, there's enrollment. I mean, that's, so why don't you go to the microphone?
Is this real?
Yeah.
In that concept? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we just want to be, work in reality, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay, so you have someone in your life, and you're,
my sister,
okay, it's the bottom, squeeze the bottom, there you
yeah.
go. So you are committed to a partnership with your sister.
Yeah, gratitude, compassion, and joy, and that is really a reach.
That's a possibility?
Yeah, that's my possibility.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gratitude,
but yeah,
compassion, and joy.
yeah, and it's real, that's a huge reach, because,
So what does that mean?
well, because she said, I don't have time for your petty little feelings, and she called me selfish. And I don't want to talk to her. But I know that it's possible in a relationship with your sister, you could have gratitude and compassion and joy. Like someday, I do
Yeah.
it someday, but I could have that, but she doesn't really, you know, she's not on board with that.
Yeah, so the first thing is, just that you said it's a reach,
Yeah.
you see how that creates a whole world for you?
Yeah, that's the someday thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's part of it, and also,
There's,
that it's a reach, you wanna say something?
yeah, it's, so the way you, so there's possibility like the way we made it here, and then there's that kind of possibility. Well, sure, it's possible. I'm sure somehow it's gotta be possible, right? It's not
Right.
impossible. That's not what we mean. So what do we mean by possibility here?
Okay, so yeah, creating who I'm being, like when Roy was up, I was really hearing, for myself, a lack of being responsible for who I'm being. And so creating that possibility as a way of who I'm being.
Yeah, a possibility you create as a way of being
Yeah.
impacts you when?
Right now, I
Right
bring
now.
that right now. Wherever I go, I am that possibility and I am the possibility of,
You exactly bring it, it's the perfect word, you bring it,
okay.
not wait
Yeah.
for it